Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel and part 2 of Chloe. She is available in my Etsy shop. The link to that is down in the description box below. So before I get started on the hair, let me just give you a real quick rundown of what I did to her after I shut the cameras off last time. As you may have seen, it took me a little bit longer to get her completed than I would have liked, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. But there were some things that were just really bugging me and I couldn't put my finger on it. And then I softened that that line that I had on her chin. It was a smile line. In the original reference, you know, she's grinning big, and there was a bright highlight there, and then the shadow. So I did try and do that, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. It made her look weird to me. So I just softened that line down a little bit. So there's still a slight shadow line there, but nothing nearly as dramatic as there was last time. So I think that that's pretty much all I did to her. So that was kind of all it took to make me a little bit happier. So that's what I did. So today we're going to start on her hair, and we're going to use white, eggshell, light umber, and dark brown. And we're going for a, I guess a dark blonde hair. I pulled this chestnut out. Why did I pull this? Oh, yes, I pulled this chestnut out just because I want to try and cover up this pencil line that I put in here from her when I drew her fingernail in. It's been bugging me. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Usually I try and, when I put pencil lines in, I erase them before I start putting color over the top. And I forgot to do that. I failed to do that. So therefore we have some dark pencil lines that we have to live with here. So that is what it is. Okay. So I'm going to start with white, and I think I'll just probably work in sections of hair here so that you know, I can make sure that what I'm doing is what I want to be doing, and can adjust if I need to adjust. So we'll get this part, and then this will be good. We'll work the rest of it after we get this done. All right, so a little bit of eggshell. Just don't need very much. The light umber is gonna give us the warm tones that I want, I think. That'll be good. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I felt that one coming. Thankfully, one of the things that I love about working with Prismas on the Greyscale is that if you do have these stupid lines that pop in from your printer, that happens usually when your print head is not clean. Although I've been having issues. Stupid thing is not. I have a love-hate relationship with my printer. Anyway, the Prismas are so nice and opaque that it will always cover that up real nicely if you make sure that you get enough pigment down. All right, switching to dark brown. I think I want some up here, right under the hat. If I need to add black, I will. But we'll worry about that after we get these on here. Again, if you're working that hair right up to the edge of something, instead of doing this along the edge, which is my total instinct, you know, you just want to do that because it's like, ooh, sharpen up that line and get that tight. The problem with that is if you do that, you're going to have a line running down the hair that is not going to look natural. So do your little swirly motion and work some of that color out into the hair. Almost. All right, let's just I think that's a good start. I think I'll wait to put any of the finishing stray hairs on until after I get at least half of the hair done. So we'll just keep going. Let me refocus. I want to make sure I don't mess that up. Okay, so we're going to ignore the loose lines that I have on here from the original page, and we'll create our own after we get the hair done. Now, if you that's sweater, so I want to. If you really want to, you can follow those lines with white and then do your color, especially if you're working on white paper maybe and you want to make sure that you have some of those lines on the page. If not, just ignore them. All right, eggshell. Light umber. I spent some time in my garden this morning. This was after the really amazing rain that we got yesterday and almost all night long. And the temperatures dropped, so it was like, 70 degrees outside while I was out there working this morning. It was so nice. I haven't done any garden maintenance like all summer long. My plants were very happy to have me out there. I put on some good music and just cleaned and cleaned out the plants and the pots and the stuff that just kind of dark brown stuff that just kind of really needed tending to. So now my back patio, porch patio, the sitting area out on the back is all nice and clean now, and all my plants have been, all the dead stuff's been cleaned out of them, and they're all happy and healthy and ready for a break from the heat as much as I am. My husband and I used to sit out there at night with the lights on. I have like, clear Christmas lights running along the back eaves of the porch. And we would sit out there at night and put on good music and just sit out there and talk, and listen to music. My fountain would be going. And it was I really enjoyed that. It was so nice. And we don't ever do that anymore. I don't know why we got out of the habit of doing it. Now we just sit on the couch and veg, watch TV and play on our computers, and I think I'm going to try and make an effort, at least, you know, like on the weekends maybe, at least once a week, for us to go sit out there and enjoy the cool weather and you know, just being with each other and talking about, you know, nothing, whatever comes to mind. I'm going to put a little bit more white. Blend this. I want to get some, I think, some black in here. All right, so where's my black? I'm gonna take some black. Seems like even on blonde hair, having a little bit of black in there, in the deepest parts, I like it. It adds that depth. Do some up here too. All right, a little bit more dark brown. Getting there, almost there. Darn, I thought I got up high enough. Sorry. Haven't had my windows open in so long, I forgot what it's like to hear people outside. All right, something here I don't like, but I'm thinking that putting the loose hairs in will help. That's a little bit better. All right, let's take our white. Now, if you're on white paper, you're not going to be able to do this, but you will be able to take a slice tool and do this. So either way, and I do tend to twist my pencil as I'm doing this so that it kind of helps to keep the lines thin, because it's like you're always putting a sharper edge down, but it also helps to have a little bit less control, I guess. Like sometimes when you're trying to make something look random, we can be a little bit too controlled about it. So if you twist that pencil while you're putting these loose hairs on, it tends to make them kind of do their own thing, sort of. And you get a little bit more natural look in the hair that way. So, all right, so I think that side is done. Let's do this side. All right, I want to start up here. This actually is the edge of the hat. I'm just going to take my white and make kind of a fuzzy white edge on the hat. We'll just go ahead and do that now. All right, then this right here, this is hair. And we're going to do the hair out here too. All right, probably don't need the eggshell, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then our light umber. Let's see. I'm gonna take my Kelp Green out. Just mark the edge of my leaf so that I can see now where I want those hairs. I think that's fine. Okay, and then the edge of the leaf on this side. What is that right there? I guess that's part of the leaf. It looks big. Okay. And here. And we might as well just do it all. Okay. So back to white. And I'm zoomed out too, so I don't know why it's, no, I think we're okay. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm sorry, guys. Jeez, I feel like I'm saying that a lot lately. Okay, well, it is what it is. Problem is the camera is really tight to the where I'm working. It's really tight to where I'm working. So maybe what I need to do is move the camera back a little bit. Let me readjust the camera, and then hopefully we won't have this problem, because right now that camera is right in my way of being able to see what I'm doing. So I'll be back in a flash. Okay, hopefully that's better. It's better for me, and all the hair is in frame, so now we won't have that problem again, and I can see what I'm doing. All right, I forgot this bit of hair up here. All right, eggshell. And light umber. let's do the dark brown. Oh, did I forget this up here? Let's get this up here. This is the dark umber. Back to the dark, or sorry, light umber up here. Okay, now the dark brown. See, it's really easy. It's really easy to want to just go down that line. And if you can do it super thin and carefully, then sometimes I guess it works out. But I can't tell you how many times I've done that, just not thinking, and wound up with a line of darkness going not the direction that the hair would be coming off from, and you can tell, and it just looks, it doesn't look good. So that's why I try and be in the habit of not doing that, but sometimes I do it anyway. Okay, debating on some more eggshell. I don't know why. And then a little bit more white before we do the random hairs. I think I want a little bit more light umber. That doesn't really need it. Sometimes all the blending does is kind of, well, I guess always it smooths things out a little bit, and it actually, to me, makes the colors a little bit richer. But I think just like with when you're doing animal fur or people hair, no matter what, you want to always try and both put your pencil strokes and your blending in the direction that the hair or fur is going. All right, let's put a little bit of black in here. I think I'm going to pull out the dark brown again. Okay, and one more thing that I just want to look at real quick here is actually sometimes those flyaway hairs are going to be dark. So that was something I forgot to add. So I'm going to add some dark ones over there too. Now white. And actually, I kind of want to have some going over those leaves, and I want them to go over her sweatshirt, sweater too. So maybe we will have to come back and add some more of this, I think. I do think. So we won't go too crazy on that side with the white yet. All right, so I think we're at about 45 minutes. So we have some time to get some more stuff done. So what should we do? I can do this leaf or this leaf. I kind of want to save the 2 yellow clothing pieces for one video. So let's do these leaves right here. So I'm going to pull out the colors that I need for those, and then I'll be right back. Alrighty then. So I have Pale Sage, Kelp Green, Jade Green, Limepeel, and Espresso. And that is what I'm going to be using, if I'm not marking up everything else, on these leaves right here. So I'm going to start with some Pale Sage. I used to not like to do leaves, but that's changed. I actually enjoy them now, and I think the key is to just use lots of colors, because if you're just coloring a solid colored leaf, that can get kind of boring, and I can see how a repetition of that would be like, you know, not fun. But I think as long as you have lots of interesting colors in them, it makes them more like you're coloring flowers. It's a little bit more fun. Okay, so now I'm going to use my Kelp Green. I'm going to kind of put a soft bit of this all the way around each one of these little divider thingies, and almost in an oval shape, so that the kelp green that we put down is kind of an oval shape. I think I'm going to have to add some more shading on her skin. It looks to me like that shadow is not dark enough. Sometimes to avoid monotony, I'll do each leaf one at a time all the way through. And that way you're not just, you know, doing the same color over and over and over again. But for some reason in this case, I feel like doing them simultaneously. All right, let's do, sorry, got too many things going on here at the same time. People texting me and stuff. I have to get rid of their, I hate to do that, but I'm busy. All right, Jade Green. Let's do some Jade Green. And some Limepeel. I'm kind of putting it on there randomly, not in any specific area on each leaf, just because I still want some of the Jade Green to be showing through. Espresso. And I'm really only needing a very light pressure on here because it's such a dark color. It's showing up very well without. Let's see, I'm feeling like it's not very, oh well, that helps. In fact, let's do that everywhere. Just kind of glazing the espresso on here, just to, you know, take these into more autumn look, I guess. I don't want them to be all fresh and bright and spring green. I want them to have a little bit of you know, brown in them. All right, I'm going to pull out the pale sage again. And maybe a little bit more lime peel. since I have chestnut out, let me add some of that to, I don't know, that might be too red. Well, let's try espresso. Let's put a little bit of chestnut down. I know I used a lot of the luminance on her, I think, which that would be a good color to come in here and use as a shadow, but I'm gonna try just doing espresso, because that's what I would use instead of warm earth. And then let's blend with our stump, or whatchamacallit, paper stump, you know. Make sure I have one that's somewhat clean. And then I'm just going to make the edge of the leaf a little bit more definitive. All right, that's cool. That's good. I think, I don't know, I feel like we have room, we have time to do maybe one more leaf. But I want to do all of those together. We could do this one probably. Unless I want to do it after I do. No, I think I can probably do that one too. So let me grab a couple more pencils and we'll do that one. Alrighty, so I'm going to start. I don't know why I'm going to start with the stem, but I just feel like I want to start with the stem. So I'm going to put a little bit of white right there. And then let's try poppy red. Poppy red is actually a little bit more orange than the stem actually is. So let's try Scarlet Lake. I used actual leaf photos for this, so oddly enough this green leaf had a red stem, so I'm going with it. I think that's good. So that was Poppy Red and Scarlet Lake. All right, let's take some pale sage and do the veins. Sharper is better, and if you twist your pencil a little bit as you go, it will help keep a sharper edge, so you won't have to sharpen as often. This reminds me of a little tip that I want to give you, especially for my Prismacolor people. So quite often I want a really sharp point on my pencil, especially for doing stuff like this, where you just want that really skinny, thin, sharp point. But you don't want to constantly be putting your pencil in the pencil sharpener. I feel like that's wasting the lead a little bit. So again, these, a little piece of sandpaper, just running your pencil tip on will give you that really sharp point that you want without, you know, putting your pencil in the sharpener. And that gave me a really nice thin point. And you can do that several times before you have to put it in the sharpener again. So that's just my little tip for the day. It works really, really well. Okay, so the top of these stems here are a little bit more orange, so I'm going to take my mineral orange and put that on a couple of these. Okay, next is, let's try Spanish orange. And I'm going to put that, is that light enough? Yeah, I think it's light enough. It's lighter than this other one. So I'm going to take Spanish orange and put that in on the tips. I really feel like that's not quite. What do I want to do here? Let me just do a little test. If I do white, and then that, it's a little bit brighter. So let's do that. So I'm going to take some white and I'm going to put it in kind of blotchy, dotty, you know, areas. And then if we go over that with the Spanish orange, that helped to make that a little bit brighter. Like that. That's good. So little dots. Some of them close together so that they're not separate dots. You just kind of want a spotty All right, then the Spanish orange. And I think I'm going to switch to some eggshell in here instead of the Spanish orange. All right, and then poppy red. That I don't know if you heard it. I don't know how much this camera picks up, but that loud chirpy sound that we just heard, that was a peach-faced lovebird that I was talking about before. I think I was talking about it before. And Barky McBarker there, that's my Cooper. I think I told you guys before, he talks with the neighbor dogs. They bark at each other through the fences. It's crazy. All right, let me do a few more dots of this eggshell, I think. So I want the leaf to look kind of mottled. So when I put the green on, hopefully wherever I put this eggshell will be a little bit lighter green. Okay, oops, okay, I grabbed spring green, but I'm thinking I want apple green. Gosh, maybe I could do both. Let me, just bear with me for a second while I experiment. So there's the spring green. The spring green might give me that mottled. Let me see what happens when I go over the eggshell here. No, I think that works enough. So I'm just going to put this apple green. Yep, I think that'll be fine. I'm going to come in with Prussian Green and do some darkening too. I think I want to go over the lines. They're still staying light. But I think I want to tone them down just a hair. So we'll just go right over the top of the veins. To see what happens. Just curious if I add some. Actually kind of like that. So Canary Yellow. actually like it to just blend everything. And yes, I like it. Okay, then we need, it's looking very bright to me. I think we're going to tone it down a little bit. Let's take some Prussian Green. This is making those veins stand out. Or stand, you know, stand up, pop up off the page. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm going to just blend a little bit. All right, now I'm going to take my light umber and tone this way down. right, I'm quite happy with that. I think once we get the color on her sweater, it'll really look nice. All right, good. All right, let me zoom back out here a little bit. So there we are today. So got the hair done. Is there anything I want to do? No, not really. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do a couple of the hairs, a couple loose hairs across the leaf that she's holding. And then anytime you do a bright highlight that's coming in from a darker area, I just like to just soften and blend out the starting point of that loose hair, just so that it kind of, it doesn't look like you're seeing the starting point of the highlights sticking up. It kind of pushes it back into the hair. So it's not perfect as far as covering up those lines. I just watched a lady let her dog take a poop on my front yard with no bag to pick it up. And I really just want to stop the video and yell out the window at her, but I won't. But I thought about it just now. I really did. Okay. All right, this right here looks to me like we need a little more of a defined start and stop point. And I'm going to try and cover up as best I can those horizontal lines from my stupid head printer. That's better. Just a couple of spots that I feel like, and this is me being anal, but that's who I am. Kind of a perfectionist, and it's a little annoying at times. All right, guys, I am going to stop for today, and we will come back to probably not tomorrow, probably in another day. You know what? That's a good question. Let me ask you guys that question, and hopefully you will leave a comment and answer me, because I would really like to know this. So I've been, uploading the videos like every other day. But if you, I'm wondering if I should be uploading them, just go ahead and upload them every day. I mean, I realize that not everybody can, sit down and work on a page for a long time. I know that, you take breaks and you can't work every day maybe, or whatever the case is. But if I load them every day for like 5 days in a row and then take a break, where I don't upload a new video for a while after that. Maybe, I don't know how long I would wait, but would that be helpful to you? Is there anybody out there who is going along and has finished has finished a part and wishes that the other part would hurry up and get on the screen? You know what I mean? Like, let's say, of course you know what I mean. Like, you know, if you're working for an hour and a half or 2 hours and you want to keep going, but the second video isn't going to be available to you, you know, for another 2 days. Would you rather the second video go up the very next day? I guess that's my question, is should I put them closer together than every other day on a series, on any given series? So let me know what you think, if that's important to you, if it's not important to you. If nobody leaves a comment, then I'll just assume that everything is fine the way it is and I won't worry about it. So, all right, that is that. Until I see you guys again, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Happy coloring. Bye.